Hey everyone, Ashley again, and congratulations to those of you who have been watching since the first segment. You have made it to the last video in this series and are moments away from being able to call yourself a CRO expert. We talked about on-site displays earlier in the series, but here we'll be discussing best practices for a user-friendly design of your web pages, including checkout, product pages, and your main landing pages. Now, before you go running to your developers and web designers saying you need a complete website redesign, allow me to walk you through some simple improvements you can make in order to make your website more conversion friendly. First, let's take a look at those landing pages. Most marketers will refer to a landing page as a standalone web page that is shown by clicking on a specific ad or campaign. In our case, we're looking at a much more broad definition of a landing page, meaning any page a website visitor can land on. This includes your homepage, product category pages, and even your blog or About Us page. When designing an effective landing page, there's a lot to consider. What verbiage conveys your brand's value the best? What imagery should you use? Where should your CTAs go? All of these are great questions that you won't have a solid answer to until you A/B test your landing page designs. Sorry, spoiler alert, I don't have a one-size-fits-all solution for landing page design to share with you. But generally, you want a clear and concise brand voice and message that is consistent across all pages. But how will you know what page designs resonate more with your customers if you don't test them? A/B testing is a CRO specialist's best friend. This allows us to evaluate the impact of different CTA placements or headlines, or even complete page layouts altogether. After, we take a look at the results to see which version generated the most conversions. Now, there's a few important things to note here to make sure that you're correctly conducting your A/B test. First and foremost, make sure you are only testing one variable at a time. I cannot stress this enough. I know it's tempting to make a bunch of changes at once, but if you change too many variables, it will be impossible to attribute the results to just one. Second, you need to make sure that you're testing on a large enough number of site visitors, proportionate to your total site traffic. A test run on a group of 100 site visitors on a website that gets 10,000 per week is not an accurate representation of the whole. And my third and final tip, give yourself time. A/B tests are rarely conducted in a day. Most often, we like to review the results after a week or two of testing. This way, we can account for all the different days when visitors would interact with the site. Now, you can have the most optimized landing pages out there. You can have amazing, compelling copy, easy to navigate product categories, and even the most beautiful product imagery in your industry. But if your checkout process is lengthy or inconvenient, you, my friend, are unfortunately missing out on more sales than you might ever know. A simplified, frictionless checkout process is essential to the success of all CRO efforts. And on top of that, it's something that e-commerce customers demand. In a 2021 article posted by Forbes, it was found that 87% of online shoppers will abandon their carts if the checkout process is complex. 87%. And 55% will abandon the retailer altogether. That alone should cause you to take a hard look at your current checkout process. A few ways you can simplify your checkout experience include 1. Creating a mobile-friendly checkout. This will accommodate the majority of site users. You can do so by enabling one-click checkouts and automatic payment population. Next, you can integrate with popular payment processors like PayPal and Apple Pay to make checkout even easier for customers with existing accounts on those platforms. And 3. You should be regularly monitoring the technical performance of your checkout. Here, you can make sure users aren't encountering any errors or crashes when trying to make a purchase. Site speed and overall performance is key here. If compelling landing page designs and a smooth checkout experience isn't enough to win over more customers, I have one final tip to offer, and that is to show social proof on your website. Sometimes your best pitch is through user-generated content like online reviews and product photos. Social proof is based on the belief that people will conform to the action of others under the assumption that their behavior is correct. It's actually a pretty cool psychological phenomenon, very similar to herd mentality, where everyone tries to behave the same. In fact, studies have shown that 92% of consumers trust the recommendations of people they don't even know over branded content. By displaying customer reviews on your product pages, you're backing up all the claims you made about your products with real-life examples from how happy your customers are. Sharing images that your customers posted to social media is another great way to compel site visitors to make a purchase. You can do so by either embedding an Instagram feed on your site or through enabling photos to be posted alongside product reviews. Trust badges are another great way to instill trust in your website visitors and have been proven to increase conversion rates. This can be an icon that confirms secure payments, your certifications, payment processors you've been partnered with, platforms or integrations, or other endorsements from trusted sites that will make your users more comfortable making a purchase on your website. When social proof is paired with a great website design and simple checkout, your site users will have a hard time finding a reason not to make a purchase. And there you have it. That is all the conversion rate optimization knowledge that I have to share with you. I hope that you feel more comfortable discussing CRO with your marketing teams and feel prepared to make the incremental changes we discussed in this course in order to start seeing big results for your brands. Feel free to come back and revisit this video series as needed for a refresher on any of the topics we discussed here. My name is Ashley Ismailovski. Thank you again for watching, and if you want to learn more about CRO, you can visit smartsites.com/CRO or click the link below for additional resources or to get started on building your own CRO strategies.